Tono-Bungay. Book the Third. The Great Days of Tono-Bungay by H.G. Wells. Narrated by Peter Silverleaf. Chapter the First. The Hardingham Hotel and How We Became Big People. 1. But now that I resume the main line of my story, it may be well to describe the personal appearance of my uncle as I remember him during those magnificent years that followed his passage from trade to finance. The little man plumped up very considerably during the creation of the Tono-Bungay property, but with the increasing excitements that followed that first flotation came dyspepsia, and a certain flabbiness and falling away. His abdomen, if the reader will pardon my taking his features in order of their value, had at first a nice full roundness, but afterwards it lost tone without, however, losing size. He always went as though he was proud of it, and would make as much of it as possible. To the last his movements remained quick and sudden. His short, firm legs as he walked seemed to twinkle rather than display the scissor stride of common humanity, and he never seemed to have knees, but instead a dispersed flexibility of limb. There was, I seem to remember, a secular intensification of his features. His nose developed character, became aggressive, stuck out at the world more and more. The obliquity of his mouth, I think, increased. From the face that returns to my memory projects a long cigar that is sometimes cocked jauntily up from the higher corner, that sometimes droops from the lower. It was as eloquent as a dog's tail, and he removed it only for the more emphatic modes of speech. He assumed a broad black ribbon for his glasses, and wore them more and more askew as time went on. His hair seemed to stiffen with success, but towards the climax it thinned greatly over the crown, and he brushed it hard back over his ears where, however, it stuck out fiercely. It always stuck out fiercely over his forehead, up and forward. He adopted an urban style of dressing with the onset of Tono-Bungay, and rarely abandoned it. He preferred silk hats with ample rich brims, often a trifle large for him by modern ideas, and he wore them at various angles to his axis. His taste in trouserings was towards fairly emphatic stripes, and his trouser cut was neat. He liked his frock coat long and full, although that seemed to shorten him. He displayed a number of valuable rings, and I remember one upon his left.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?